Hope you're having a good morning today, and I wanted to come to you with a quick live video and talk to you about debt. Okay, debt is my topic this week. Now, the reason I want to talk to you about debt is most of us have debt. Most of us don't know how to handle it, and we're overly emotional with it in the way that we do handle it. And what that leads to is it leads to financial mistakes because you're not handling it logically, you're handling it emotionally. You're treating it like a person or an individual rather than a financial or business matter. So, the subject I'm going to cover with debt is how to treat debt like an investment. And I talk to a lot of people that are interested in investing. That's one of the main things I help people do. And people are out there looking at real estate, they're looking at stock markets, they're looking at cryptocurrency, they're looking at all kinds of things, right? And they're looking to invest because they're trying to earn interest, they're trying to create cash flow. And one of the first most overlooked investments someone can miss is simply paying off their bad debt. And I know that sounds simple, it's not sexy, but I want you to think about this. Let's say you have a credit card full of bad debt that you do need to pay off. You haven't leveraged it. It hasn't been making you money. It's not going to. It just costs you every single month. Realize if you were to pay that credit card off early, let's say it had a 15% interest rate. That's a 15% internal rate of return. Paying off that credit card early will give you a 15% internal rate of return. Not only that, but it's going to free up cash flow. Okay, if it's your average credit card, minimum you're paying 2% to 3% of the balance. If you've got interest and fees on top of that, you might be paying more. And so by paying off that debt, you freed up the cash flow. And that's the exact characteristic of an investment. When you invest money into a real investment, it should give you cash flow and it should have an internal rate of return. And so by paying off debt like that, guys, you can have, cash flow freed up and you can have an internal rate of return. Now, I do want to add a little note here. This is not drop everything and pay off all your debt because that's the only thing that matters in life. This is, I'm saving money, I'm solvent, I'm already increasing my income, I've got cash set aside that I'm looking to invest. This is the scenario that I'm talking about. At that point, the easiest investment for you to make is pay off debt. 100% no-brainer, like you don't need to study it, you don't need to understand it, nothing could go wrong. And it's going to guarantee you cash flow and it's going to guarantee you interest saved, which is like interest earned. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, the way that we help people pay off debt is not typical. We actually use the sacred account. And when you use the sacred account, when you pay off debt, you're not losing out on the opportunity cost of that money. So the opportunity cost on that money is if I use my money to pay off debt, well, I can't use it now to do something else. So by using the sacred account, I'm tagging it to the account first, and the account's going to produce a 6 to 8% annual gross dividend on average. So I'm securing that dividend lock-in, and in addition to that, I'm able to then take that money and put it towards my debt, pay it off, still earn the dividends, and get the benefits of paying off my debt. So guys, I wanted to share that with you today because that is the strategy we teach our clients. We call it the sacred account debt buyout. It's a phenomenal strategy. It works great. It actually is going to give you money in the bank that's been growing. I shouldn't say bank, I should say sacred account. That is growing while you pay off your debt. So if you're watching this video right now, what I want to do is I'm going to post a link for you in the comments. And it's going to be sacredaccount.com. And it's going to give you the ability to go check out more information on the account. So it's going to give you a real quick landing page that's going to cover a lot of the basic information on the account. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to the file vault. The vault is going to give you even more in-depth policies, illustrations, all sorts of things you can look at to show what's actually going on with the account, how it works, historical reports of accounts that have been built in the past. You can actually see this thing is real and it actually does what Jerry says it does. So that's going to be on that page. You can also submit a request for case design if you'd like to find out, can we build an account for you? What is that going to look like? How much will it cost? What are the designs? What are you looking for? What would we need to know about you? You can submit your information there as well, and we can hop on a call. But until then, make sure you click the link sacredaccount.com, sacredaccount.com. Thank you again for watching. Make sure that